I am now infinity level ultra gladiator here to murder everyone who dares dance against me. Because I did like 2 more songs last episode. Whoa.
Akiyama さん、お待たせしました。
悪かったね。疲れてるところ。
いえ、大丈夫です。
よし。それじゃあ行こうか。
はい。
じゃあ行こうか。お邪魔します。
はるか、それに秋山さんも。
秋山さんがここで話をしたいって。
話？
ああ、話ってのは他でもない。この事務所のことだ。山浦さん、あんたにも聞いといてほしい。
え
え。それで事務所がどうかしたんですか？
さっきパクさんの帳簿を見つけてね。うちが貸した金、金庫からなくなってたって話だったけど、実際はそうじゃなかった。帳簿で確認したよ。もう使い切っていたんだ。
え？
パクさんははるかちゃんがプリンセスリーグで優勝することを信じて、事前にデビューイベントを興行するための準備をしてた。
ええ、それは知ってるわ。社長ずっと東京でライブイベントやるって話してたからな。
でもさ、それがとんでもないのよ。パクさんは本当にとんでもないステージを用意してた。
The Millennium Tower。
3億もの大金が消えたわけも分かったよ。
どういうこと？
彼女の抑えていた会場は日本ドームだ。
Okay, no。
日本ドーム？新人のメジャーデビューイベントで？そんな人数集まるわけないやん。
彼女のことだから何かしら考えはあったんだろう。今となってはそれもわからないけどね。
道理で社長が東京のイベント会場を教えてくれへんかったわけや。いくらなんでも無茶すぎるって。
でも社長にとっては日本ドームでコンサートをやることが重要だったんだと思います。
どういう意味？
社長言ってました。アイドルだった頃の社長があと一歩のところで立てなかったステージが日本ドームだったって。多分あの場所にはいろんな夢が詰まっていたんだと思います。
はるかちゃん、君はどうしたいんだ？
社長が残してくれた舞台が日本ドームにあるのなら、私はそこに立たなきゃいけないと思うんです。パク・ミレイの夢を継ぐ最後のアイドルとして。
けど言うても社長も堀江君もおらなどないもん。
山原さん、あんたがいるじゃないか。
私？はるかのマネジメントぐらいやったらともかく、コンサートの上なんか無理やん。そんなノウハウ持ってへんもん。
私もいますよ。
クリスティーナさん。
海外でもっと大きな規模のイベントを仕切ったこともあります。私が山浦をサポートしましょう。それに一度受けた仕事は最後までやり遂げるのがプロというものです。私の仕事ははるかを一流にすることでしたから。
せやけど、ほんまにドームでライブなんてできると思ってんの？あんたら。
パク社長のことです。会場を抑えただけなんてことはないはず。運営スタッフはすでに確保されていることでしょう。まずはそのあたりを確認していくんです。できるかできないかはその後判断しても遅くはありませんよ。
山浦さん、お願いします。
わかったわ。ほな、もう少し様子見てみる。ちょっと時間ちょうだい。秋山さん、その帳簿見せてくれる？何がどこまで進んでるんか、お金の流れ見て方々問い合わせてみるから。
それでこそダイナチェアのスタッフですよ、山浦。
ありがとうございます、山浦さん。
今日からこの事務所のボスはあんただ。あんたならパクさんも納得してくれるはずだよ。堀江ちゃんもね。
空をお気に。
はるかちゃん、後のことは山浦さんたちに任せて、君も自分なりの準備を進めるんだ。それが社長との約束だったんだろ？いいね。
ありがとうございます、秋山さん。
おお、かかってきた。はるかちゃん、多分カムロ町の任弁士だ。 もしもし。
スカイファイナンスの秋山社長。
ええ、そうです。
あんたの秘書って女の子から連絡もらってね。あんたと話せってさ。
人弁士さんだね、カムロ町の。
いちいち確認を取らなくていい。何か仕事か？
悪いんだけど頼みたいのは偽造の仕事じゃない。もちろん報酬は払うけどね。実は大阪の人弁士を紹介してほしいんだ。蒼天堀界隈にいないかな。
何を頼むつもりだ？
遺書の偽造。ある人の筆跡を真似て偽の遺書を作ってもらう。
なるほど。それなら一人心当たりがいるよ。
連絡先わかる？
さあな、仲良しってわけじゃないんでね。ただ蒼天堀の宝願寺横丁にバークレストって小さな店があるはずだ。そこのマスターに聞いてみな。
どうも。礼は花ちゃんから受け取ってくれ。よろしく。宝願寺横丁バークレストか。はるかちゃんの入れる店じゃないな。もう夜も遅いし俺一人で行くよ。いいね。
ええ、わかりました。私はここで待ってます。何かあれば言ってください。
I was so ready for the absurdity of it being at the Millennium Tower. This is so commonly just goes there, like, and then the ending, the Millennium Tower. Oh. Oh no, we all have to fight the bad guy in the Millennium Tower while Haruka plays her concert on the Millennium Tower. Bad guy's gonna try to sabotage the concert. Whoa. Giant suitcase of money somehow. A helicopter. The fact that they set it up so that last time, like, we're already primed for almost every ending to take us to the Millennium Tower, and then Yakuza 4, every single character had a separate boss fight on the Millennium Tower at the same time. It was just like, excuse me? Okay. Here we go. Alright, so I should definitely look at this other thing. I'm not entirely sure why it had such a warning before I clicked on it, but I think it might have just meant that I was going to get locked into it for a while, and I was kind of worried that I'd missed the chance. It might have had a question mark at the time, even. It's just that, like, the game framing it as... There's the walk button. The game framing it as a, oh my god, are you sure you want to do this? It's going to be a big thing. Oop, let me around. I mean, look. Okay. Couldn't tell if he was there or not. Just the game scared me off with that dialogue choice, and it made it sound like it was a main story thing that I need to get invested in. So I was confused when it was something else. Womp. Stop looking at me, I'm walking at normal speeds. Everyone keeps poking at me. Wimp. Coward. What, walking is like a surrender flag or something? He's still aggro on me, bizarrely. Akihiko Yamori. He'll show up eventually. Things about to get pretty complicated when he does. Maybe we should deal with other things first. Wait for Akihiko? Yeah, I don't know if I get... Maybe they're saying I should do the other side quests first? Like something will go wrong with this location? I don't get that. I don't get the context of that. Excuse me. I'd like to apply for a loan. Are you Akiyama? It's an honor you remember the name A guy you once fired, Yamori-san. What are you doing here? Well, it'd be weird if anyone else was. This is my office. After I got fired from Toto Bank, I went through this and that before eventually starting Sky Finance. So, you're seeking a loan. Please, have a seat. You're not surprised I showed up here after all this time? I know that you were blacklisted by the credit ratings board and that other money lenders in town are turning you away at the door. People in your situation typically end up in the lender who offers no-term unsecured loans. In other words, me. I see. You knew I would come. I also knew you'd been working as a financial consultant in Kansai for the past 2 years. Tough break with the struggling business. You're facing bankruptcy already? You've been investigating me this whole time? I get it. You were waiting for a chance to take revenge on me for firing you all those years ago. Too bad for you, I'm on the verge of bankruptcy thanks to no one but myself. So much for your revenge. Yamori-san, it's true that I've been keeping an eye on you for the past few years. But it wasn't to get revenge. Then what was it for? So I can repay my debt to you. Huh? Your debt. It's true that I once lost everything thanks to you, but it was also an opportunity to start all over again. I'm who I am today because you fired me those many years ago. Of course, this is where it's going. Yamori-san, let's put this behind us, shall we? Water under the bridge. If you want to rebuild your business, I'm here to help. Huh? Don't make me laugh. Water under the bridge? Even I know what you went through after you got canned. How you, the uppity, suave intellectual, became just another one of Kamurocho's bums. You used to scour the alleys for food scraps. I know all about it. I drew you to the investment club back in our days at the university. I got you into the Toto Bank. I know everything there is to know about you. Including the women I was seeing? That's right. If it weren't for what you taught me, I couldn't have started my lending business. I really am grateful to you. Yeah. But I sold you out of the law. Out to the law, I cast aside my conscience and my feelings for the sake of my career. And you're saying you can let it go as water under the bridge? What kind of sap do you take me for? I believe I'm the one who should be asking you that question. What? I'm a professional. My job is to lend money to clients, nothing more, nothing less. Cast aside your feelings? Don't make me laugh. You're the one digging up the past. Huh. I guess you're right. I broke laws to get ahead and got you fired, but as a result, I ended up getting kicked out too. Maybe I blamed you for the whole thing instead of facing reality. That was, what, 7 years ago, when that politician Jingu laundered all that money through the Tojo clan. We were all in on the scam. It was our department that handled the account. I didn't have a clue back then. I never thought for a second I was aiding and abetting a bunch of crooks. I was the account manager. No one under me knew. You were just used as a convenient scapegoat and thrown to the wolves. Yep. Falsely accused of embezzling, saddled with a slew of charges, fired from the job, and tossed out into the streets. Even after Jingo's money laundering came to light, the bank still pinned the blame entirely on me and denied any and all responsibility. Until 2 years ago, when Deputy Commissioner Manu Kata of the Metropolitan Police was arrested for being involved in the scam. That brought the whole case back into the open, but this time the truth got out, and the bank's president was arrested. The authorities grilled me too, but because all the internal documents were destroyed after you were let go, they didn't have enough to charge me. Of course, the accusations alone were enough to end my career at the bank. This is a bizarre extended cooperative exposition sequence. So you left for Kansai, started your own financial consulting firm, and here we are. Unfortunately, I didn't have what it takes to run my own business, unlike you. But you clearly haven't given up, otherwise you wouldn't be looking for a loan. That's right. Good. Now, to get back to business. Do you or don't you want to borrow money from me? Let's start there. Well, no, I won't. I don't have much left, but I still have my pride. Have it your way. Sorry to waste your time. What are you gonna do now? You won't get a loan from anyone else in this town. Who knows? Maybe I'll rob a bank. Huh. Sure. Human beings will always try to survive, no matter how dire the situation. Just like you did when you were in the streets. Well, I can't say I expected him to take me up on my offer. Still, no one else is going to grant him a loan. I doubt he'd actually resort to robbing a bank, but might want to keep an eye on him. Whoa, depth of field thing. That was a trip. Okay, well now what's gonna happen? It's bizarre how that entire conversation was just explaining both of their backstories in excruciating detail when both of them already knew? So like, it was generally not any information that was new for either of them, but they just kind of walked through it and explained the whole thing for funsies, I guess. Just a strange moment. You're not really gonna rob a bank, are you? There's no question mark, is there? Oh, it's down there. I can take the cab to the bank robbery. Whee! That's just an... It's a long knife. Don't they have, like, screens at the bank? That's Yamori-san. What's he holding, a knife? Was he serious about the whole bank robbery thing? I better stop him before this gets out of hand. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Shut up. It's your fault for not loaning me money. Ugh. Yamori-san. Akiyama? This is crazy. You have to stop. Stay out of this. There's no other way. Now, take this knife and kill me. What? I have life insurance. If I'm dead, my wife and kids won't have to go hungry. Everything will be squared away. Yamori-san. You out of your flippin' mind? Come on, hurry. They won't pay out on a suicide. Yamori-san. Huh? Ain't I seen you before? That's it, you're that Sky Finance guy from Tokyo, ain't you? I get it now. You're using the psycho to get the police involved so you can swoop in and take over. The hell gave you that idea? Think you can pull this shit on our turf? Alright, fine. If you want to die so badly, we'll be happy to help. Not really one for listening, are you, pal? Come on, you two. Let's teach this greasy little shit what happens when he fucks with us. What an incredibly specific... I would say what an incredibly specific and bizarre plan that you couldn't possibly believe, but then we look at the plan the actual guy had, and it's similar. And baffling. Somebody get up. No! Oh no, the entire couch disintegrated right when I was about to fill up my meter. What am I gonna do? Oh, this is unnecessary. This guy's already dead. I forgot I can trigger in mid-combo. He's extremely dead. Boing, 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 boing. It's ergonomic, that means it's good for your spine. What? Where am I? Good. You're back with us, Yamori-san. Akiyama? Let go of me. I can stand on my own. I don't want your help. You'd rather die? Damn straight. Like I could ever accept help from a guy I screwed over. I won't do it. My pride won't let me. Pretty cheap pride if you ask me. What's that? The way you put your convictions before your life is admirable. But instead of worrying about your pride, how about worrying about your family's future? All the money in the world won't mean anything if you're to your wife if you're dead. I can't see Eri wanting that, can you? Akiyama, you knew? Yeah. Eri dumped me after I lost my job. Then she started seeing you. You two got married, and she quit working. Losing her essentially meant losing all I had. At that point, I was free to do just about anything. But you have a family. It's far too early for you to say they'd be better off without you. What you should be doing is protecting your family's future, even if it means eating crow meat from here on out. I've never heard someone say meat after eating crow. You talk about having pride. Have pride in that. Akiyama. You're welcome to betray me, but don't ever lose sight of what really matters. You're right. Though I said I was doing it for my family, I was really thinking only for myself. Yamori-san. To hell with my pride. Think you can offer me a loan? Absolutely. That's what I do. That said, you may have heard the rumors, but you'll have to pass a test I give you. What do I have to do? Actually, I was going to tell you to get a divorce. But after watching you lay your life on the line, I felt stupid for thinking up a test so clearly had sprung from jealousy. What? So I'm gonna offer you a loan on one condition. You turned me down before, but I'll ask you once more. Yamori-san, can we finally put the past behind us? Water under the bridge? That's all I want. Akiyama, you... Thank you. And I'm sorry. Man, I must be getting soft, forgiving an act of betrayal like that. Hana-chan wouldn't be too happy about this. Remember when she had a face and showed up in the game? Now she's just kind of gone. 2,000 experience points. Why was there a warning before that quest? I'm so confused. I'm also still missing 2 more as him. Maybe it happens in the Japan Dome map or something. Oh, that's the maxed out one. It looked like it was empty, so it looked like I hadn't gotten any of them yet. I was confused for a second there. Here we go. Alright, back on track for the main story, I guess. Yeah, I don't understand the point of the warning at the beginning of that quest. It's just another sub-story that fills in some backstory for Akiyama. It's not long. It doesn't have it has one tiny fight.
Irasshai.
どうも。
あんたよそもんか？なんでまたこんな小汚い店に。
小汚い？味があって結構な店だと思うよ。
注文は？
そうだな。衣装を偽造してほしいんだけど。
うちは酒しか出されへんで。なんか勘違いしてるんちゃうか？
カムロ町の人弁師から聞いてきたんだ。俺はこういうもんでね。
悪いがもう店閉めるとこや。帰ってくれ。
愛想のないマスターだね。
I get the feeling I'm on the right track. Just have to wait and see. No, not you again. Why are you everywhere? Oh, I give up. There's no way I'm gonna be able to try to even half the places here. Plus, I'm stuffed and hungover. Oh, my aching head. Hey, isn't that the guy on TV? What's he doing around here? Are you making me interact with him? Just fitting him in everywhere? Ah, I need that turmeric drink. You okay? You're hurting pretty bad by the looks of it. I've been going to bars and izakaya night after night. It's part of my job, but I can't take it anymore. Hey, aren't you that guy who's on TV all the time? You're a chef or something, right? It's always nice when someone's heard of me. I'm Tatsuya, celebrity... Ugh. Whoa, you sure you're alright? Try drinking some water or something. I think I'm okay now, thanks. I don't know what sort of work you're doing, but drinking like that is hard on the body. I know, but I want to help eateries across Japan by coming up with new twists on local cuisine. So, I've been going around trying places that might give me some good ideas. You know, places with good local fare that's great with drinks. Right. You mean like pubs, taverns, and places like that. So that explains your current state. I guess it really is all part of the job, huh? Can't say no to a place that's supposed to be good. And I always finish what I order if it was recommended to me. As a chef myself, I feel like that's important. You're even more serious about food than you are on TV. I thought it was all an act. Actually, the name recognition I get on TV helps draw more customers to my restaurant. Seeing me on TV makes people curious about me, but my greatest challenge is satisfying them when they come to eat my food. So your show is part of all that? You really have your hands full. You can say that again, but hey, you could help me by letting me know if you find a great place that serves local cuisine. I don't think I could survive an attempt to visit every last restaurant myself. Well, it's not like I'm an expert or anything, but I'll help where I can. Great, thanks. You're a real lifesaver. I'll never talk to you again. I don't think I can drink much more, so it would be great to pare down the places that serve alcohol to a promising few. I see your predicament. I see you're in a predicament. I'd be glad to help. You see, I myself am an alcoholic. If you introduce me to some good ones, I'll pay you back by teaching you my own special way to get the most out of your meals. And that's something you don't want to miss. Top secret techniques from a TV personality. Sounds interesting. Great, because I'm counting on you. You know where to find me. They introduced these like extended campaign things, like find all the food places and so on, and like each of those steps collectively takes probably longer than it does to play the main story of the game, and its purpose is ultimately supposedly to get stronger for the main story of the game. I would have avoided him normally, but they pointed him out so directly.
もしもし。
秋山さんか。
お宅は？
さっき店で話したばかりや。
バークレストマスター。
はあ。
やっぱりあんたが任弁士？
いや、そうやないけど、あんたに合わせたい人間がおる。小副長の駐車場に来てくれ。今すぐにや。
こっちの都合はお構いなし。
嫌なら結構や。
Well, and we're going right where I was about to go. That's funny. I was like one step away.
罠か。
あんた何者や。
名刺渡したろ。スカイファイナンスって金貸しやってるものでね。任弁士を探してる。ただそれだけさ。
仕事は一種の偽造やったな。一体どういうつもりや。何を探ってる。
どういう意味だい？もしかして最近同じような仕事でも受けたのかな？
あまり舐めた口聞けないようにした方が話がはかどりそうやな。
奇遇だね。俺もそう思ってたところさ。
死なん程度に痛めつけたれ。
悪いけどこっちもいろいろあって気が立ってるんだね。遠慮せずにやらせてもらう。死んでも文句言うなよ。
Boys, I want you to make this man bleed. Oh, he's doing fancy footworks. I don't think it worked though. You die, I guess. KO. Oh, even the bartender doesn't have that much health though. Should save my super attack for an actually good fight, I think. Ding. Wow, cracking your skull taught me a new technique.
This これでやっと落ち着いて話せるな。くそ。ダイナチアのパク・ミレイ知ってるな。誰も助けに来ないぜこんな場所。時間はいくらでもある。素直に話さないとこれ以上優しくできないよ。
わかった。
彼女の衣装を偽造したんだろ。
さあな。ただ俺は衣装を偽造したい中客を任弁士に紹介しただけや。その客とは電話で話しただけで直接会うたりはしてへん。
ならその任弁士を教えろ。そいつのところへ連れてってもらおうか。
わかった。案内しよう。
もしもし。
秋山だけど。
はい。任弁士見つかりました？
見つけるには見つけたんだけどね。ちょっとはるかちゃんに協力してもらいたいんだ。
え、私に？何をすればいいんですか？
それがちょっとね。高岩15町のバークレストに来てくれないか。大至急だ。
そこってカムロ町の任弁士に聞いたお店でしたよね。
そういうこと。じゃあ待ってるから頼んだよ。
ええ、わかりました。
お
Heading right back out of here. This is how I walk all the time. Hee 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 tee tee tee. He's here. He's always here. Why won't he leave me alone? Crest bar, this is it. People really do just clog up the spaces. It's so hard to move without running into every single person. It's hard to move without running into people even when you walk.
待ってたよ。
どうしたんですか、秋山さん。
任弁士はこの店の上の部屋にいる。実を言うと、このマスターのお父さんなんだ。
お父さんって、そうだったんですか。お世話になります。
いや、
それで私は何をすれば。
これからその任弁士に会う。とにかく一緒に来てくれ。
Involving her seems like a very bad idea. I think Kiryu would be mad at you.
はい。
Oh, well that's uncomfortable.
モニターに君の画像があったんで、知り合いだと言ってみたらすごい興味を示してね。君をここに連れてくれば何でも話すと。
これって。
最近の任弁士ってのはこんな仕事もやるらしい。な、任弁士さん。
あなた確か昨日のイベントも。
覚えててくれたやな。
え？知り合い？
はい、必ず私のイベントにやってきてくれる方なんです。
それじゃいいですね。約束は守ってもらいますよ。
ああ、何でも答えたる。
ダイナチアのパク社長、知ってますね。
ああ、この子の事務所の社長さんの名前やろ。
あなた、その社長の衣装を偽造しましたか。
ああ。
誰にそれを頼まれたんですか。
客の名前はいつも聞かん。それがこの商売の基本や。せやから名前はわからん。
どんな人でした。
ちょうどあと一回り大きくしたような格闘家みたいな体格しとった。多分筋もんや思うけど。
俺が事務所でやり合ったやつかもしれないな。
パクさんが亡くなった夜に急に頼まれた。パクさん直筆の手帳から筆跡にせて遺書書いてくれ言うてな。多分その時にはもうパクさんは亡くなってたんや思うわ。
その男に会いたい。どこに行けば会える？
今話したこと以外わしは何にも知らん。次にいつ来るかなんてわからんしな。
それじゃどうしようもないな。
ただその依頼人の男いっぺん街で見かけたことがある。車の中やったんやが、その依頼人の男が運転して後部座席には別の男が乗っとった。多分その男がボスや。
でもそんな情報だけじゃどうにも。
この話はこっからがミスや。実はその後部座席に乗ってた男、最近テレビでよう見る顔なんや。
誰ですか。
勝谷直樹。今飛ぶ鳥落とす勢いの大阪芸能ってタレント事務所の社長や。
大阪芸能。
ダイナチアとは商売敵になるわけだな。大阪芸能の勝谷直樹。そいつがパク社長を殺した黒幕なのか。
わしが知ってんのはこれだけや。
十分です。ありがとうございます。
それはそうと、はるかちゃん、プリンセスリーグの決勝 ちゃんと出るんやで。実はわしな、若い頃あんたとこの社長さんパクさんの大ファンやった。
社長の？
こない偽物ばっかし作るような家業をしとるとな、作り物はすぐに見抜けるようになってまう。作り笑い、作り話、それに顔そのものを作られた人間全部や。世の中偽物ばっかしや。テレビにしてもほんまのことなんかほとんどあらへん。けどな、たまに見かけるんや。ほんまもんの人間がありのままに生きて頑張っとる姿っちゅうの。そういう時、こんなわしでも心が救われる気するわ。
人弁士さん。
パクさんとはるかちゃんの笑顔には心がある。きっと世の中のぎょうさんの人が見たいのはそういう笑顔や。頑張るんやで、はるかちゃん。あんたにはパクさんの夢を受け継ぐ資格がある。またテレビの向こう側から最高の笑顔見せてや。
はい。
まだ何とも言えないけど、大阪芸能の勝也って男に会ってみるしかないな。
今から行ってみますか？
いや、明日大阪芸能に直接乗り込む。会社にいる時を狙って不意打ちするのがいいだろうね。君は大阪芸能に顔が割れてるだろうし、俺が行くよ。それでいいね。
ええ、お願いします。
よし、それじゃあ今日のパクさん事件の調査はここまでにしよう。そういや腹減ったな。どうだい？たまには夕飯一緒に食って気晴らしでもしないか？こっちに来てからはるかちゃんとは暗い話ばっかりだったからな。何でもご馳走するよ。
そうでしたね。ごちそうになります、秋山さん。
よし、それじゃあ何食べようか。そうだな、大阪って言えばたこ焼きか。いや、夕飯でたこ焼きってのもなんだな。お好み焼きにするか。いやちょっと待て、よく考えたらはるかちゃん大阪に住んでんだもんな。そんなもの食い飽きてるだろうし。
秋山さん、私は何でも。
大阪の名物って他に何がある？フグ？いや焼肉か。いやそういやカニもあったな。いやダメだ、はるかちゃんはまだ高校生。そんな年寄りが食うようなもの好きじゃないか。それなら
カニを食べてみたいです。
カニ？食べてみたいって君。
一度も食べたことないんです、かまぼこ以外のやつ。
はるかちゃん、よし、それじゃあカニ道楽行こう。好きなだけ本物のカニ食べていいぞ。
はい。
Poor girl's never been able to afford crab. Growing up in the orphanage and all that. I can see what they're going for with that previous character, and that, like, they made a character who is a forger, who is, as a result, obsessed with authenticity, because he can see all of the fake, like, Photoshop jobs done on promotional materials, and he can see, and that extends to people, him noticing that people are faking their interactions and their enthusiasm and so on and so forth. It's just that the juxtaposition of him scrutinizing like sexualized photos and then being like, but you, very, very young girl, you're the real one and it fills my heart with joy. It's like a juxtaposition that is unfortunate to create. There's already this slightly weird feeling where it's like, it's just kind of the realization like these very young girls are being put on a global stage for not just similar aged people's entertainment, but just people of all ages, and then you have very old people showing up to their events and wanting to shake their hand and all that. And there's that sort of floating question of like, is this weird? Is this a line? So when you juxtapose the sexualized photos of older women with Haruka and she's the real one, that's what it's like, wish you didn't put these in the same room. Like, I wish that wasn't the two things on your monitors, were all these fake photos where you're judging women's hips and breasts and underarms, and then right next to that is just like pure little Haruka on your other monitor. It's just like a strange association, like the... if you were going for, if there was some sort of like Kuleshov effect type juxtaposition going on here, it would not communicate potentially what you were wanting it to communicate. Thank you, Akiyama-san. That was delicious. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad we got to talk about stuff, too. Anyway, you have the Princess League to think about. We better call it a day. I hope that crab doesn't slow you down. I think it'll be alright. Alright. If I find out anything about Katsuya, I'll let you know. Okay, good night. I'm reminded a bit again of the scene where Saejima collapses on top of Haruka and just like, did you think through the implications of what you're going for in this scene? Because sure wish we could have skipped it.
もしもし。
山浦や。さっき蒼天テレビから明日のプリンセスリーグの交番表送られてきたわ。明日プリンセスリーグに出演してもらうで。ええな。はい。なあはるか、忘れてへんよね。負けたら大阪芸能に入るっちゅう約束。ええ。あんた大丈夫なん？
私大阪芸能には負けませんから大丈夫です。任せてください。
オッケー、分かった。ほんだら明日朝一で事務所来て、クリスティーナと私で最終確認のレッスンしよう。言うとくけど T セットチューンは心はクズでもダンスと歌にかけたらここ数年でもトップの実力を持ったコンビや。気持ちだけで勝てる相手やない。なめてかかったらあかん。ええな。はい、分かってます。ほんならおやすみ。
Okay. I was panicked for a second there. I'm like, oh god, do we have the concert right after Haruka just got filled with as much crab as she can eat? That's not good planning at all. But they mean tomorrow. Her other quest must show up in Tokyo or something. Whenever that happens. Maybe the finale chapter? Oh wait, there's one down there. They just added a new one. Maybe it's a nighttime quest? Okay. In which case I might want to switch to Akiyama if I remember, to see if he has any new ones popped up. I think he's missing 2 and she's missing 5? What do we got down here? Oh, damn it. It's the one that I couldn't find before. I guess I can research it? I just remembered, yeah. Camera, okay. Because she doesn't seem to have it, right? No, it's pointing me to the schedule. Okay. I have none in progress. In progress. And I'm giving up on Comedian Hopeful, probably. But that still leaves me with 4 more. Maybe I can look it up? Oh, Haruka. Think you could help me think of something? Something for what? Some kind of present to bring Hori-kun while he's in the hospital. Oh, alright. Let me think. Knowing him, he'd probably say he didn't want us fussing over him, when we should be focusing on something more important. In fact, your successful debut would probably be the best present of all, don't you think? Yes, ma'am. But we gotta get him something, you know? Can't just go visit empty-handed. I'm sure he wouldn't want another fruit basket. It would just be in the way. Exactly. I tell you, I've really been scratching my head over it, but I can't come up with anything. Well, let's see. What is he like? Is there anything he's interested in? I think this might be the sub-story. It's just that before it was marking this location as the sub-story location, but all I could do was proceed the story by talking to her, so I had to finish that part of the story to make it so that I could talk to her about the sub-story. But the icon on the map looks like it's pointing at the schedule board, which is what's confusing. I hardly know anything about his personal life. Isn't that awful? My own manager, and I don't even know him. Well, I know one thing Hori-kun's interested in. Idols. He's a big fan, you know. Really? Idols? Exclamation point, question mark? Don't tell me you're surprised. He's an idol manager, isn't he? Well, yes, but I thought people just did that sort of thing because it was their job. Yeah, sure, some people are like that, but not Hori-kun. He was a real idol otaku when he was younger. I don't get it. I don't get it. Come to think of it, he did mention he likes idols, but I never imagined it was such a big thing with him. He used to be a groupie for some underground singers, started giving them advice, and before he knew it, he was arranging gigs. He said it was so much fun seeing the singers he loved get popular that he finally decided to get into the business officially. Wow! Once he got into the industry, he said it was time to grow up and put aside his groupie ways. He's very dedicated, isn't he? But even now, he still goes to see his favorite concerts on his day off. Apparently, he went to see an idol named Ariyuki perform recently, and somebody from another agency caught him tons of souvenirs. I bet he'll never live that one down. I'm sure it sure sounds like he loves idols. Hey, here's a thought. I bet Hori-kun would love to get Ariyuki's autograph, don't you think? Ah, that's a great idea. That settles it then. Haruka, I want you to see Ariyuki and get her autograph for Hori-kun. You mean right now? But isn't it kind of awkward to try to see her without making an appointment first or anything? But that's the kind of thing that Hori-kun did for you every single day to get you work. It's what we in the business called walk-in sales. Well, when you put it that way, all right, I'll do it. Good girl. Oh, hold on. At least let me find out where she is right now. I'm sorry, there's been an accident. Hello. This is Misa Yamaura from Dyna Chair. Can you tell me where Ariyuki-san is scheduled to perform today? Ah, I see. Thank you very much. All right. Goodbye now. So what did you find out? This will work out great. She's going to be performing at Castle Records, they say. Get out there and get that autograph. My goodness. Yamaura-san can be a little pushy sometimes, but this is for Hori-san, and he's always doing so much for me, so surely I can do this for him. Yeah, so that was what the sub-story was. It's just that they put on the same character that also precedes the main story, because everybody else is currently in the hospital or dead. Maybe they could have spawned it somewhere else? I could be wrong, but I think that the moment they add it to the map is the moment where it's literally impossible to do because it's tied exclusively to a character and that you can't choose to talk about that with until you finish that chunk of the story. Oh my goodness, there's so many people here. Help! Help! Okay. Whew. It's so freeing to run around as Haruka and nobody attacks you. It'll take some courage to do this without an appointment, but for Hori-san, I'll give it a try. Irie-chan, you're in no shape to be doing this. No, I have to.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get worse. Excuse me, but is everything alright? Huh? I'm sorry, but this area is off limits.
Yeah?
Wait a minute. You're Haruka Sawamura-chan from Dynachair, aren't you? Huh? Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you. What brings you here? Well, I came to see Irie-chan perform. You came to see me? See, that's the thing. She has the flu and it's really bad. I've been telling her she's in no shape to perform right now, but she won't listen. What? You have the flu? I'm fine. I'm perfectly well enough to go on. Yeah, right. What about your fever? It does sound like it might be a good idea to take the day off. Now what do I do? There's no time to be asking poor Irie for her autograph. I think Haruka's gonna go on stage and perform for her, and then as payment get the autograph. No, I'm doing it. Irie-chan, why are you being so stubborn about this? I can't let my fans down. They've always been so supportive of me. If I act like a sniveling baby and bow out now, I'd feel like I was betraying them. Their support gives me the strength to do anything. After all the love they've given me, I just wanted to give them a great performance. Irie-san. Cough, 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 cough. Irie-chan. I understand how you feel, but if you overdo it and make yourself sicker, you'll only make your fans feel bad. The best thing you can do for your fans is to take the day off and get better as soon as possible. That's the Irie they want to see. But what about the performance? Everybody's waiting for me. Don't worry about that. I'll find somebody to go in your place. But how? It's about to start. Do you expect someone to just fall out of the sky? It's quite the dilemma, isn't it? Wait a minute. Oh. Huh? Haruka. I think someone did just fall out of the sky. Haruka-chan, will you do it? Will you go on in my place? Me? But I saw you on TV, so I know how good you are. My fans would be thrilled if someone as great as you went on for me. I know we just met, and I have no right to be asking you a favor like this, but do you think you could do it? Please? Haruka-chan. Irie-san. Alright, I'll do it. I'm no replacement for you, but I'll do what I can. You will? Oh, thank you. Great, that's perfect. Get ready then, the show's just about to start. Okay. Do I know the song already, or are they ready? Oh, it's just the same song as always. Cool. I like rhythm games, so I'm just kind of sad how much you play the same song over and over again. Which is, I guess, realistic for an idol's life. Although they would have more songs than I'd get. Even if they would have an incredibly repetitive life of playing the same songs over and over again, they would still have a bigger set list than this. Nope. Got all choked up. Ah, my brain. I'm recording this kind of late. I think I already won all of the goals in the top corner though. Before I even blew my thing. I got an S out of a B, jeez. This must be because of my stats being so overpowered, right? Like, combo duration isn't affected by stats, but your grade is just like a weird made-up RPG mechanic result that has not that, like, clearly as your stats get up, you just win for free. Like, there's so much song left and I hit S already. I kind of don't like that. I know that they want to have leveling up, but I just want to have a grade based on how well I did, and I want to feel like I'm improving because I actually got better scores by playing better and not just by the game just making my point, making every note that I hit worth more over time. Although the problem is that I already was good enough to get approximately 100% completion on every song on every difficulty without any practice. At the beginning of the campaign, I was already that good, so I can't get better over the course of the campaign. Like, it's just my usual problem with playing any rhythm game, which is that eventually I just inevitably fuck up a couple times every single song, no matter what the difficulty is, just because I'm like, I don't know, just not as perfect. I'll have a choke moment, I'll get distracted for a second, just anything. I'll slightly hit something wrong for a moment. Phew! That was a lot of fun! Thank you so much for doing that for me, Haruka-chan. I was watching you on the monitor backstage. You were great. That's nice of you to say. How are you feeling? I took some medicine, so I feel a little bit better, but my head still feels all foggy. You should really get some rest, and we should probably be wearing masks right now so that you don't get me sick, because I need to perform tomorrow for, like, my life-determining job. It's actually really stressful that they introduce a quest where you are in close proximity with somebody who is sick right before you have your career-defining performance. I'm sorry you didn't get to see me perform like you wanted. You came all this way. Oh, about that. I actually have a small favor to ask of you. You do? What is it? Well, I was hoping to get your autograph. Really? What would you want with that? My manager is a big fan of yours. He's in the hospital right now, recovering from an injury. I thought if I got your autograph for him, it might help cheer him up. Oh, why didn't you say so? I'd be happy to give you my autograph. Just wait right here. Oh, what's your manager's name? It's Hiroshi Hori-san. Hiroshi Hori-san, got it. And then we'll give Hiroshi Hori-san the flu by handing him this autograph. Here you go. Oh, thank you, Ari. Don't mention it. Tell Hori-san I said hello. Wait a minute. Hiroshi Hori-san? Is he a guy around 30, spiky hair and glasses? Yes, that's him. Do you know him? I do. So he's your manager, huh? And you say he's in the hospital? Oh, I hope he's gonna be alright. I should visit him with the flu. Yes, he'll have to stay there a while, but thankfully they say he'll be okay. I'm really glad to hear that. He's been coming to see me perform for as long as I can remember. That's what I hear. I didn't even know he was a fan of yours until recently. He even sends me these long, incredibly thoughtful fan letters. He wrote, "Life in the entertainment industry can be hard at times, but please, never let yourself be discouraged." His words were so warm and supportive. I can't tell you how many times they've cheered me up. With fans like that, I can see why you were so determined to go on today. Yes. After all that love and support they've given me, I just didn't want to let them down. If you hadn't stopped me, who knows what I would have done, what I would have done to my health. That wouldn't have made anybody happy, least of all my fans. Well, I certainly admire your devotion to them. But a real pro takes care of herself, right? You know what? When I get better, I want to give you a proper thank you for helping me today. Oh, you don't have to do that. The autograph is more than enough. Just get better soon, and show your fans the healthy Irie-san they all want to see. Alright, I will. I promise. Yamura-san, I got Irie-san's autograph. You did? Way to go, girl. Hori-kun's really gonna love it. Was it hard to get? Not really. I got to meet Irie-san, and I think I learned a lot from the experience. Well, good for you. I'll bring this to Hori-kun next time I visit, so don't worry about a thing. You just take it easy. We're not gonna bother visiting him in the hospital on camera, okay? Okay, thank you. Wait, it does feel kind of. Wait, I don't get to give it to him and have a reaction or anything. That kind of feels shitty. Oh wow, the fan stuff comes in really slowly. Apparently, only 1 point there. Okay, yeah, the idol quests are a letdown. I think I talked about this before, but it reminds me of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, where it's just like they treat the subject matter in such soft terms that like there's almost no real conflicts. It's pretty much all just like, oh man, I gotta fight to do my best and inspire other people to do their best because idols are just the bards of this country, and the spirit of Japan just rests on our shoulders. We gotta try hard and be pure and do performances. And then there's like mean girls, and they're mean, and that's their story arc. Like there isn't so far any depth to the two mean girls, and there isn't much real conflict outside of them in the actual idol story. It's just that a completely unhinged murder plot comes up, and like the heaviest stuff comes from our boss herself in that one chapter where she talks about her backstory and what happened with her. But all of that just mostly had to do with just being a career woman and sacrificing stuff to be a career woman in a way that felt oddly divorced from even being an idol, even though that is what she was. Like our other characters aren't asked to make similar sacrifices really, and we don't really get that much into the distressing elements of just like what it is like to be an idol and like the weird elements of control that are put over their lives. Like there isn't like a potential love interest that Haruka is banned from interacting with, or any like stuff that actually gets into the restrictive policies around idols and what they have to go through. And it's like Tokyo Mirage Sessions was like that too, where it's like they made a whole game, like this is just a sub campaign, but they distract us with intrigue about the murder and also add Akiyama to have an entire other story happen to an extent. But like Tokyo Mirage Sessions made everybody idols, and then they learn how to summon Fire Emblem summons to do JRPG dungeons via another dimension or whatever the fuck was happening in that game. But like all the idol stuff was incredibly milquetoast and flat, despite being the backbone of the character development and whatnot of an entire game and all of its characters. Pretty much every single character just had nothing interesting to bring to the table. Like the closest thing to friction we had was that one person was half Japanese and half American, and so they had to deal with we were told that they deal with some racism basically, and that's like the biggest conflict in the game outside of the fact that there's a big bad guy to punch. And it's like, that's incredibly disappointing, because why tell a story about a thing if you don't actually want to tell a story about a thing? Like, it's like, you made the plot about this, why don't you have anything to say about it? And it just feels like it kind of gets like, I don't participate in idol culture at all, or watch any of this stuff, or consume any of this music or anything, so I don't know much about it specifically necessarily, but I hear bad things, and I can't help but think that the media made about this stuff is often meant to just be kind of like fluff pieces about this feel-good thing that people are just supposed to feel good about. So it ends up kind of reinforcing the corporate brand for this stuff more so than caring about the actual people that have to live that life. Like, it just feels uncurious in a way that's strange. Like, you deal with, like, this is the same game that goes bizarrely in depth about the struggles of people that hunt in the mountains and have hunting villages, but it's not particularly interested in the struggles about idols, despite that actually being one of the main characters. It's just like, yeah, they just try hard and try to do their best. Here we go. And that's just not. I don't find that satisfying, I guess. Oh well.